Along with John Bruce, and we're glad to be here to bring you Hoptown Hopper baseball tonight as the Hoppers take on the Madisonville Flash. Hoptown with a big win last night, 9-2, as they defeated the Flash last night, while Madisonville lost to Paducah 9-7, as the Miners fell in that contest. Full Count Rhythm won the other game in the league last night, defeating Fulton 19-8, as all the home teams last night in the league lost last night, as Hoptown won, Paducah, and Full Count Rhythm. Hoptown comes in with a record of 7-13. The Miners of Madisonville, they are 7-12 on the year. The other two games in the league tonight, you've got Paducah at Fulton and Henderson at Full Count Rhythm. As we take a look at the standings, Full Count Rhythm's at the top with a 14-5 record, then Henderson at 11-6, Fulton at 10-9, and then a logjam at 4, 5 and 6. Paducah at 7-11, Madisonville at 7-12, and the Hoppers at 7-13 on the year. John Bruce is alongside once again. John, good evening, sir.
Good evening. It's a great day to be playing baseball, isn't it?
Any day's a great day, isn't
That's
it?
correct. Absolutely right.
Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a later start tonight because of weather that came through earlier today. I know John was out in it, and it was raining pretty good, wasn't it?
It depended on what part of town you were in. But, you know, the greatest job in the world, if you never, ever want to be wrong, is a meteorologist.
Yeah, exactly right.
20% chance of rain. Well,
That's
guess
right.
what? If you're in the right 20%,
that's right.
It's raining.
You were under that 20%, weren't you? But we've got a beautiful night tonight. A little warm, a few clouds, but nothing. Sun still, I guess, going to set or starting to set. So we do have a little bit of sun back behind the press box here at Colonel Field. The coaches are meeting at home plate, so they're kind of going over the game rules and things like that here at Colonel Field. The Dugout Show is brought to you by the Barbecue Shack, offering catering and custom cooking. Visit them Wednesday and Thursday from 10 a.m. until 5:30 p.m., and Fridays from 10 a.m. until 6 p.m., and Saturday from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. They're located at 4687 Pembroke Road in Hopkinsville. We'll take a quick break. When we come back, we'll hear from Chris Binney, the head coach of the Hoptown Hoppers, and we'll hear those comments coming up right after this. You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Of July, celebrate independence.
Just as a reminder, during commercial breaks, it's still live. It's still live. So, just a friendly reminder, sir.
Active Breeze models designed to keep you cool all night long. Get up to $200 off select Sealy mattresses, and Serta has savings on their Perfect Sleeper collection, up to $425 off. It's time to sleep cooler, deeper, and better. But hurry, these savings end soon.
Always the best. Pennyrile Electric is shouting out a huge thank you to all of our members who stopped by to see us during Pennyrile Electric's Member Appreciation Days. It's been awesome reconnecting with our neighbors and connecting with new friends over the last couple of weeks. And we thank you for the opportunity to lighten your life and empower your community. Like Pennyrile Electric on Facebook to stay connected and up to date on outage and other important information. Pennyrile Electric, doing our part to enhance your quality of life since 1937.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com. Welcome back to Colonel Field as Hoptown Hoppers get set to take on the Madisonville Miners. The Hoppers with a big win last night. Listen to this line score: 9 runs, 15 hits, only 1 error. Coach, you got to be pleased with that line score.
Yeah, absolutely. And really the best part about it was Owen Boswell on the bump. You know, really gave us a strong 5 innings there that really set the tone for the defense and the offense. And we were able to kind of swing loosely behind him and knock out 15 hits.
Of course, you didn't have to use as much as your bullpen last night. You had 2 guys to go and did an excellent job, held them scoreless.
Yeah, absolutely, and that was kind of our plan either way, was to roll Dilday and McGee. Henderson's a good team. It's a tough place, so we had two of our better relievers out there stacked up with Owen.
Of course, the team out of your last 10 games, you've won 6 and lost 4. Kind of things that kind of picking up a little bit for you.
Yeah, absolutely. We started on a slide at the beginning, but the boys have really kind of turned it on here of late, and been good to get a couple wins in the column, and obviously even our losses have been really close losses.
Of course, I'm sure you've taken a look at the schedule. A good stretch of home games coming up starting the 1st of July, and that's got to be good to be able to play here.
Yeah, it's got to start coming at some point. I felt like we've been on the road every night, and the full count series that we've been going to Nashville repetitively. I was like, at some point they got to come back here, but it'll be great. Obviously, get a lot of fans out. Hopefully, get everybody energized and in the stadium, and start playing our best baseball at this time of year.
Coach, who's going to pitch for you tonight?
Tonight we're going Gavin Powell, local kid.
Yeah. And he's thrown some good innings for you, hasn't he?
Really has, man. He's been really impressive. I think Ren Lake's going to absolute dominant, pitcher, two-way player. Whatever he decides to do in college, he's going to be really good at it. I've been really impressed with him.
Coach, thanks for the time.
Thank you.
All right.
Excuse me, it's 99 cents. Can we have a word?
Well, I do have a quick moment.
Is it true you're performing in our area?
I'm currently appearing at all Max's convenience shops for 99-cent fountain drinks. Any size, anytime.
Any size, any time?
Any size, anytime.
99-cent fountain drinks. Any size, anytime.
This is Max Arnold. This is your personal invitation to visit my family store. I guarantee you'll get service to the max every time.
Fuel for you. Fuel for your vehicle. Max's Convenience Shop.
Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or you just need a little something for a birthday gift, J. Schrecker Jewelry can help you find just what you're looking for with our wide selection of jewelry and gift items. And of course, gift wrapping is always free. We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9 until 2. Or shop online by visiting our website at jschreckerjewelry.com. J. Schrecker Jewelry, 909 South Main Street in the heart of historic downtown Hopkinsville.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com. Starting lineups being introduced here to the crowd at Colonel Field as we're about set for our first pitch. We've already had some ceremonial first pitches that have taken place, and then we'll have the singing of our national anthem, and then we'll be set for baseball here tonight. Game time weather brought to you by Charlie Henderson State Farm Insurance out on the Boulevard in Hopkinsville. A very nice 89 degrees with the humidity. John gives that a thumbs up.
It's not even 90.
It's not even 90. Yeah, it's not even 90 tonight. So, but that's your game time weather. A little bit of a breeze, not much, but just a little bit here at the stadium tonight. That's your game time weather brought to you by Charlie Henderson State Farm Insurance. We're going to take another break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineups and get you set for the opening pitch. You're listening to Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Configuring the Bluetooth, deciding who controls the music, remembering where you parked. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your vehicle doesn't have to be one of them, so you can get back to more important things, like remembering if you're on the 3rd or 4th level of the parking garage. That's simple human sense.
Ask Raymond Nelson Insurance, 3205 Lafayette Road in Hopkinsville, if auto owners make sense for you.
Jenny Stewart Health. Experience makes the difference.
Dealing with sinus or ear issues? Need an ear exam? The Jenny Stewart Ear, Nose, and Throat Team is here to help, serving both adults and kids. From hearing problems to head and neck concerns, we've got you covered. Visit JennyStewartHealth.org today for more information.
Jenny Stewart Health. Experience makes the difference.
Hi, this is Hopper Hunter Swanson from Clarksville, Tennessee. Please join me in thanking our season sponsors: Huggard Beard and Giles Funeral Home, Jones Brothers Towing and Trucking, Chick-fil-A, HWEA, the Bank of Katie's, HES, and the Hopkinsville Lions Cubs. Go Hoppers.
4th of July, celebrate independence from sleepless nights at Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress. Right now, save $500 on Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses, including Pro Breeze, Lux Breeze, and Active Breeze models, designed to keep you cool all night long. Get up to $200 off select Sealy mattresses, and Serta has savings on their Perfect Sleeper collection, up to $425 off. It's time to sleep cooler, deeper, and better. But hurry, these savings end soon.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Welcome back to Colonel Field. If you're ready, let's take a look at the starting lineups tonight. They're brought to you by Riken Elastomers. Join the Riken Elastomers team with the process operator starting pay at $19.30 an hour, up to over $23.70 an hour in 1 year, and an excellent benefit package that includes employee paid benefits, day one of employment. Call 270-475-2150, extension 214 to learn more. For Madisonville, they come in at 7-12 on the year. Brian Jones is their head coach. Playing right field and leading off is Cooper Wright. Batting second and playing shortstop is Coulter Hamilton. Batting third and playing first base is Noah Burning. Nazir Bergen is in center field. He'll bat cleanup. Justin Early is at third base, batting fifth. Wyatt Burris, the DH, will bat sixth. Logan Bailey, the catcher, will bat seventh. Pete Britton, the second baseman, will bat eighth. And Dylan Toller is in left field. He'll bat ninth. On the mound tonight for Madisonville is Ernesto Mendione. And let's see, he's pitched 9 innings. He has an 0-1 record. He's given up 7 hits, 6 runs. 5 of those were earned. He has struck out 4 and walked 8 tonight. This is his third start of the season, and he has an ERA of 5.00. Now for the Hoptown Hoppers, leading off is Aiden Butts, the second baseman. Batting second is Colby Webb, the third baseman. Connor Scheid, the DH, will bat third. Dom Bello, the catcher, will bat cleanup. Owen Hutchins, who had a great night last night, will play left field and bat fifth. Miles Denton, the shortstop, batting sixth. Chance Sweeney in center field, bat seventh. Eli Laurent in right field, batting eighth. And Dalen Hamilton, the first baseman, will bat in the number 9 slot tonight. Gavin Powell is on the mound, a 1-2 record. He's pitched 18 innings, 8 hits, 6 runs, 3 of those earned. He has struck out 10 and walked 6. His ERA is 1.167. And now leading off for Madisonville as we get this game underway is Cooper Wright. And the first pitch is a ball at 7:28.
I think Mr. Wright's batting 196 so far this year.
Yeah. Here's one popped up and out of play. It's going to be foul on the back behind the third base dugout. Well, now the kids have just realized, the ones that are playing a pickup game over here, that a ball has already been hit foul. So the mad chase is on. And that's going to be ball 2. So 2-1 the count as that pitch, John, looked a little bit outside.
A little outside, a little low.
Here's one hit. It's going to be picked up by the second baseman. He'll throw over to first in time for the out. That was Butts over to Hamilton for the out. And that goes ground out 4-3. Coulter Hamilton, the shortstop, will be batting now, the number 2 hitter in the lineup for Madisonville.
Yeah, he's got a better season going. He's batting .355. So he's out, and he's played almost every game they.
Yeah, I was going to say that's pretty strong through 19 games that they have played. That means we're getting near the halfway mark, doesn't it?
One more.
One more, yeah.
One more, be halfway.
Yeah.
It goes quickly.
Yep. First pitch to him is a ball. Yeah, I was looking at the calendar, and here we are staring at July, and the Hoppers have played pretty good amount of their games, or will, this week before we hit the first. 1-1 the count. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Yeah, you really kind of finish up the second and third week of July.
Yeah. That's in there for a strike. Of course, the Hoppers are already to the halfway point at 7-13.
Right.
They played 20 games.
And then that last week, 2 weeks is tournament stuff.
Sure. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a ball.
Out.
Yeah.
Outside.
Yep. We can hear Blue from here.
Right,
so he's kind of telling us we can't quite hear him with our headsets on, but we can tell he's got command and saying something. There's a strike, and that's a strikeout. The first one tonight for Powell, and that is his 11th on the season.
he gets settled in, he'll do just fine.
Right.
Starting pitchers, they got to get that settled in thing.
Yep. Noah Burning, the first baseman, will now bat, the number 3 hitter in the lineup. 2 outs here in the inning, and that one is across for a strike. Powell looking to go 1, 2, 3 here in the inning. That'd be a nice start. The Hoppers have been getting, good 4, 5, 6 innings out of their starting pitchers this year.
Yeah, I've noticed that. I was looking last night, and that's exactly what's happening for them. They're getting that solid 4 or 5 innings, keeping the pitch count reasonable, a little outside there.
1-1 the count.
Now 2-1.
Oh, 2-1, excuse me.
I picked that ball up.
Yeah, and of course last night, they just had to use 3 players. That's pretty good in this league. Used the starter and then 2 relievers, and the 2 relievers held them scoreless.
Very good.
Here's one popped into the netting behind home plate. That evens the count now. Now it's going to make it a full count at 3-2.
Yeah, if you can get 5, have a guy come in and pitch 2 or 3, and then the closer finish it.
This is going to be going to be foul and out of play.
Yeah, that's the perfect setup for this league. 5 innings, 2 innings, or 3, and then 1.
And he walked him. So the first walk of the night given by Gavin Powell. That is his 7th of the season. Nazir Bergen is the batter, the center fielder.
He's a center fielder, but I showed him with no at-bats, so this must be new.
Right.
New to the league today, I guess.
Yeah. Pitches a ball. In a decent crowd tonight. A little smaller than what we have seen. I think maybe the game and time change might affect that a little bit. Here's one hit. Is it gonna go? Going back, and it's over the fence for a home run. So his first hit as a Madisonville minor is a 2-run home run. So a home run for Bergen. Yeah, you can kind of gauge until the sun sets. I couldn't quite catch the ball, but you can kind of tell by the left fielder. He knew that it was going to leave the yard.
He knew. Yeah, when you watch them, they start and kind of slow down and just keep watching it. Yeah, it's going somewhere else.
Right.
All right.
First, I thought when it left the bat, it might go foul, but no, it was fair by a long way. Here's one hit into right. Right fielder has to come in. He cannot make the catch. He kind of maybe misjudged that a little bit, maybe. Kind of got a late jump on it.
A little bit of a late jump, but he trapped it down with his body, so that's okay. I mean, if you can't catch it, don't let it get behind you.
Yeah. Laurent did a good job of coming in on it. It just couldn't make that catch. We'll see how they score that, by the way. I think that goes as an error. Are they going to give him a hit, you think?
Be a hit.
That's a hit. I'm going to give him a hit, too. That was Justin Early, by the way, the third baseman. Here's Wyatt Burris, the DH, batting now. One ball and no strikes. Got several lefties in their lineup. That home run that Bergen hit, he was a lefty.
Yes.
And a strike. Yeah. 1-1 the count.
Well, this is Mr. Burris' 8th game to play. So
yeah. Here's a pitch, and it's outside for a ball. 2-1 the count now with 2 outs. 2-0 on the home run by Nazir Bergen. Powell is set. He'll come to the plate with the pitch. This one's going to be foul over towards the Madisonville dugout on the third base side of Colonel Field. So that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Logan Bailey, the catcher, is on deck. Here's a pitch. Runner goes, a swing and a miss, struck him out, and that'll do it for Madisonville in their half of the first inning of play. In that inning, there were 2 hits. One of those was a home run. There was a walk and a strikeout. So in the inning, there were 2 runs scored on 2 hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. And then those 2 runs obviously were earned because there were no errors in the inning.
Correct.
So as we go to the bottom of the first, as we check our Car Connection of Hopkinsville scoreboard, it's Madisonville 2 and Hoptown coming to bat. You're listening to Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
The Hoptown Hoppers and Sunflower make a great combination. The Hoppers provide excitement on the baseball field. Sunflower scores are their winning team of self-rising flour for baking biscuits and cakes. Self-rising cornmeal mix for great cornbread, plus sunflower grits. See the Hoppers home games and see the Sunflower Twins. Sunflower self-rising flour, sunflower self-rising cornmeal mix, plus sunflower grits at your grocers and on your table. Sunflower, by mighty fine baking every time.
When it comes to powering your farm and fueling your success, Southern States has you covered. From high-quality seed, fertilizer, and crop protection to reliable fuel delivery and lubricants, they're your one-stop partner for productivity in the field and efficiency at the pump. Southern States is proud to serve the farming communities with expert service and trusted products. Visit your local Southern States store today with 3 locations to better serve you. 1106 West 15th Street, in 5475 Canton Pike in Hopkinsville, and 2829 Hopkinsville Road in Cadiz.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Madisonville with the lead as we go to the bottom of the first inning of play. It's 2-0 in favor of Madisonville. Again, Ernesto Mendiondo is on the mound for Madisonville. Again, an ERA of 5.00. It's his 3rd start of the season. He'll face Aiden Butts, Colby Webb, and Connor Scheid. If anybody gets on, we'll see the catcher, Dom Bello. Aiden Butts, 308 on the season, has 8 hits for the Hoppers.
And has quite a spray chart.
Yeah.
He hits the ball everywhere.
He does, yeah.
Great guy. Well, that's what you want in a leadoff guy.
Right.
You want him to just hit the ball wherever it is.
Of course, his brother played for the Hoppers a couple of years ago, Arlen Butts. Here's the pitch, and it's high and tight.
Yeah, let's say share the batter's box.
Here is the pitch, and this one's fouled back and out of play. 1-1 the count. We did learn the other night in one of the 7-inning ball games, we had a player get hit in the helmet.
Oh.
He was okay, but apparently a mandatory rule that he had to come out of the game. Even if he was okay, he still had to come out.
Concussion protocol.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're taking that a lot more seriously
right.
than it has in the past. But there's a lot of sports medicine information that tells you to take that precaution.
Sure. 2-1 the count. Here's a pitch to Butts. He'll foul this one back. And that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Colby Webb is on deck, the 3rd baseman for the Hoppers. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be popped up. Who's going to take it? It looks like shortstop will, and he does. As the center fielder comes in, I don't think he heard I've got it.
A little miscommunication on that one.
Yeah, just a little bit. But the shortstop makes the play for Madisonville. That was Hamilton. And there's 1 out here in the inning.
Yeah, that obviously center fielder should be yelling as he's coming in.
Right.
Because it's an easier play for the guy coming forward than it is for the guy backing up.
Right. Colby Webb, a .245 hitter on the season, has 13 hits. The 3rd baseman batting 2nd with 1 out. We're just underway. Madisonville on top, 2-0. Here's the pitch. And it's ball 2. So 2-0 the count now.
Yeah, Colby has 13 hits this year, so
yeah,
he's doing well.
Yep. And this one's going to be hit into right. Who's going to get it? Right fielder, second base says, I got it. He'll go out and make the play. And that was Britton making that play for Madisonville. And now the batter's going to be Connor Scheidt, the DH, 216 hitter with 11 hits on the season. Johnny Cash is walk-up music, yeah. Here's the pitch. It's going to be outside for a ball. The pitch, and it's going to be across for a strike. Look like a fastball, just right down the middle.
Yes, sir. We need one of those center field cameras.
We do.
So we can see
yeah,
the strike
yeah.
zone.
Oh, yeah. With the box and everything.
Yeah, with the box. Yeah, sure.
And here's
That's
one
base
hit.
hit.
Oh,
He took
nice
that away.
job. A line out to the second baseman who took about 3 steps to his right towards second base and reached up and snagged that one. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Madisonville in the bottom of the first inning of play. So no hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on for Hoptown. We played 1 as we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard. Madisonville 2, Hopkinsville nothing. Back after this, you're listening to Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Hi, this is Connor Scheidt from IU Southeast. I'm excited to be in Hopkinsville as a member of the 2025 Hoptown Hoppers. Join me in thanking our season sponsors, Olivet Baptist Church, Charles Henderson State Farm Insurance, Jersey Mike's, Planners Bank, Pennyrile Electric, and Higgins Insurance. Go Hoppers.
No matter what you've been through, All Clean to the rescue.
So why should you choose All Clean Services? They offer prompt 24/7 response. They're licensed, insured, and bonded. They're experienced at working with insurance companies. They're professional and courteous. Look them up today at allcleanservices.com.
Putting your world back together. All Clean.
Pennyrile Electric is shouting out a huge thank you to all of our members who stopped by to see us during Pennyrile Electric's Member Appreciation Days. It's been awesome reconnecting with our neighbors and connecting with new friends over the last couple of weeks. And we thank you for the opportunity to lighten your life and empower your community. Like Pennyrile Electric on Facebook to stay connected and up to date on outage and other important information. Pennyrile Electric, doing our part to enhance your quality of life since 1937.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com. 7, 8, 9 hitters in the lineup as we welcome you back to the Chick-fil-A broadcast table. And the first pitch to Logan Bailey is a ball, so 1-0 the count. And this one's hit to the second baseman over to first in time for the out as it goes 4-3. As it goes from Butts to Hamilton for the out. Pete Britton, the second baseman, the number 8 hitter in the lineup, will now bat for Madisonville. Pitch is high for a ball.
He's batting .254. But he's got 16 hits on so far on the year.
This one kind of a little low in the dirt and goes off the catcher's glove up into the air. So it's going to be 2 balls and no strikes. 2-0 the count. Here's one hit into left. Left fielder is, nope. Center fielder will come over and make the play as they had him played well. Dylan Toller, the left fielder, will now be the batter. That was faked out by the left fielder because he had his glove up, and the way he was running, I thought he was going to make the play, but center fielder was there for the Hoppers, Sweeney, and he makes the out.
Toller batting 146 for the year, and he's played in 15 games. So, well.
And he's got one hit into right to the right fielder, who takes a couple of steps to his right and makes the play. And it's a 1-2-3 inning for Gavin Powell. So for the Miners in the top of the second, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We played an inning and a half as we check the Car Connection of Hopkinsville scoreboard. It's Madisonville 2 and Hoptown nothing. We're back after this. You're listening to Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Whether it's Planters Bank's main campus in downtown Hopkinsville, Planters investment in the latest electronic technologies, or their bankers eager to help you, Planters Bank provides the convenience and access to be the perfect financial partner. If you're looking for a bank with the best access in downtown Hopkinsville, stop by and see the great things you can expect at Planters Bank, including downtown Hopkinsville drive-through banking and ATM. Expect great things at Planters Bank. Equal housing opportunity and member FDIC.
Excuse me, it's 99 cents. Can we have a word?
Well, I do have a quick moment.
Is it true you're performing in our area?
I'm currently appearing at all Max's convenience shops for 99-cent fountain drinks. Any size, anytime.
Any size, anytime?
Any size, anytime.
99-cent fountain drinks. Any size, anytime.
This is Max Arnold. This is your personal invitation to visit my family store. I guarantee you'll get service to the max every time.
Fuel for you. Fuel for your vehicle. Max's Convenience Shop.
Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or you just need a little something for a birthday gift, Jay's Record Jewelry can help you find just what you're looking for with our wide selection of jewelry and gift items. And of course, gift wrapping is always free. We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9 until 2. Or shop online by visiting our website at jaysrecordjewelry.com. Jay's Record Jewelry, 909 South Main Street in the heart of historic downtown Hopkinsville.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Well, now, let's see. We've got our head coach coming out now for Madisonville, and he's talking to one of the umpires, and they're...
I think we're discussing something with the pitcher.
Yeah.
On the pitcher's mound.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's not... I guess maybe not standing right exactly where he needs to be when he releases the ball. I didn't catch that, so.
And nor did I.
Yeah.
He had something.
Cleanup batter here for the Hoppers, Dom Bello, at batting 286. He pops this one up, and the second baseman is there. He'll camp out underneath it and make the play for the out, as that was Britton again with the pop out. Owen Hutchison is now the batter, 224 hitter on the season, 15 hits, had a big night last night, including a home run.
Very nice. So he's got 2 home runs on the season then.
Yeah.
Very good.
Foul back for a strike. 0-1 the count. Here's the pitch, and this is going to be low and outside for ball 1, so 1-1 the count. Again, if you're just tuning in, got a little bit of a later start tonight. We had a pretty good rain shower on this side of town today. Most areas of town did not get any kind of rain. Here is one hit, foul, barely. And that was a rocket down first base. So the count now is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Owen Hutchison. 1-2 the count with one out. 2-0 in favor of Madisonville. Here's the pitch. And this one's going to be hit down first base. And, oh.
Ooh. Well, he's standing right there looking
he
down the line.
is. He is.
I'll give him that one, but boy, that was close.
It was very close. It appeared to have gone over the bag before it curved. And
like I said, that's his job.
Yep,
And
he's right on it. He's right on it.
place.
He's in the right place. He's got a better view than me. He's right on the line. So the count will remain 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes, 1 out.
Yeah, if you're in the right spot,
That's
the calls
right.
get
Yep.
much better
That's
when you're
right.
in the right
Yep.
spot.
Perfect place to see it. Here's the pitch, and this is hit up the middle. And the second baseman with the snag, the throw, and in time for the out. I tell you what, here in the early going, I've been impressed with their second baseman, Pete Britton.
He's done well. And he's made a couple of
Right.
the jump for what I thought was a base hit.
Right.
It's just perfectly timed. I'd like to have seen if it was actually a snow cone catch.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
But it was.
As they say, he fields the position very well to this point.
Correct.
Through 5 batters anyway. Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be hit to the second baseman. He'll scoop it up. He'll throw across in time. And for the second straight inning, the pitcher for Madisonville, Mendiondo, has faced the minimum. Another 1, 2, 3 innings, so no runs, no hits, and no errors, and nobody left on base. We have played 2. As we check the car connection of Hopkinsville scoreboard, it's Madisonville 2 and Hoptown nothing. We're back after this. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
This 4th of July, celebrate independence from sleepless nights at Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress. Right now, save $500 on Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattresses, including Pro Breeze, Lux Breeze, and Active Breeze models, designed to keep you cool all night long. Get up to $200 off select Sealy mattresses, and Serta has savings on their Perfect Sleeper collection, up to $425 off. It's time to sleep cooler, deeper, and better. But hurry, these savings end soon.
Pennyrile Electric is shouting out a huge thank you to all of our members who stopped by to see us during Pennyrile Electric's Member Appreciation Days. It's been awesome reconnecting with our neighbors and connecting with new friends over the last couple of weeks. And we thank you for the opportunity to lighten your life and empower your community. Like Pennyrile Electric on Facebook to stay connected and up to date on outage and other important information. Pennyrile Electric, doing our part to enhance your quality of life since 1937.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Welcome back to the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth. Jeff Sisk along with John Bruce. 2-0 as we move to the top of the 3rd inning of play, and it will be the top of the order for Madisonville. And Wright squared around a bunt. Going to try to catch the Hoppers off guard maybe and get a base hit on a bunt. But he pulled the bat back, and it's a ball. So 1-0 the count. Now he fouls it back. That's going to even the count at a ball and a strike.
Not a bad play. I mean,
No.
The third baseman's playing even. First baseman's
Right.
even with the bag as well.
They're not anticipating a bunt. This one's foul back. Thank goodness for the netting, or John would be doing the rest of this ball game commercial free. Because you would just have to talk. That's what I was getting ready to say. You don't know that part, so you just have to keep talking. Here is a base hit into right field for Cooper Wright. I believe you could do it, and we would figure out something from there. Yeah, that was coming right towards me.
It was.
I've gotten better though. I don't flinch as much anymore.
I was turning to
figure,
catch.
Yeah. I figure the netting will take care of me. Coulter Hamilton is the batter. He struck out back in the 1st inning of play. So he's 0 for 1 on the night. Powell. And again, he squares around a bunt, and it's a strike.
I think he missed that one because
Yep, sure did.
First,
yeah, the runner took off too.
He was
He
was gone.
Yeah, I think it was the hit and run was called. And the batter, unfortunately, didn't do, for Madisonville, didn't do his part.
Correct.
But the runner was able to get back after no contact was made. Here's the
There he
pitch. He's going to
goes.
go again, and this is going to be a base hit into left. So Hamilton with a base hit. So 2 straight hits to start this 3rd inning for Madisonville. And Noah Burning will now be the batter. He walked back in the 1st, right ahead of Bergen's 2-run home run. He bats left. As he steps in. Runners at 1st and 2nd. And Powell stepped off. Here's the pitch. And this is hit into right, and it's going to go foul. It looks like, well, it hit the top of the fence.
Wow.
Either I guess, for the back of the bullpen. Yeah.
Yeah.
That had a ride on it, but it went towards North Drive and foul.
Right.
So the count's 0-1.
It's a good swing. He turned on the
Yeah.
ball well. See both decent leads off 1st and 2nd.
Yeah. Powell looks back at 2nd. Now he's going to come to home plate with the pitch, and it's going to go foul. Again, back over the 3rd base dugout. That's uncommon. I can see the ball, and there's not a kid in sight.
Wonder where they went.
I know. Here's one foul. Nope, it's going to be hit into left. Left fielder will settle underneath it, make the play for the out, and the runners will have to go back to their respective bags.
Going behind the runner.
Yeah.
Throw into second base.
Right,
the runner.
sure. So that's out number 1.
Out number 1.
And Nazir Bergen will be the batter.
Okay. Obviously, you got to be careful with this guy. His first at bat was a home run. So,
John, that's got to be the longest a foul ball has gone unclaimed that you can get to. We don't count the ones that go across the street. You just have to let those go.
Well, that's why you hear all those frogs.
Right.
They're upset toward later in the season. They're upset there's so many balls over
They're
there.
right. 1-0 the count to Nazir Bergen, who had a home run when he batted back in the 1st. And it counts 2 balls and no strikes.
Yeah, his first at bat, the ball was up. This time he's keeping it way
Right,
down.
yeah. Powell looks back at 2nd, now comes home, and this is going to be a base hit up the middle, and they're going to hold the runner there, so it's going to be a base hit and a good call there. Yeah, that was a nice throw to get it into the catcher. There would have been a play at the plate had they sent the runner, but they did not. But it's the 3rd hit of the inning, and it's Justin Early, the 3rd baseman, who did have a base hit back in the 1st. And the catcher, Bello, is going to go out and talk to his pitcher. 1 out.
Bases loaded.
Yep, nowhere to put anybody.
Good time to roll the double play.
Yeah, that would be nice. Justin Early, the batter,
Let's
the
see.
3rd baseman.
First base is in. 3rd base is in.
Yeah.
The middle infielder is playing back.
Yeah. Powell's pitch to the plate is a ball. 1-0 the count. Powell is set. So is the batter. Early. And it's ball 2. So 2-0 the count now. 2-0 is our score. Pitch from Powell, and this one's foul. First strike of the at-bat.
Having staying low.
Mm-hmm. 2-1 to count.
He pitched Bergen low. He's pitching Early low.
Right.
No fault to that.
Again, in at the corners for the Hoppers. Here is one hit. It's going to be popped out. They throw to first, but he does get back in time. And I tell you what, for Powell, that was the best thing you could get right there, was a liner out to the second baseman. But, and now with 2 outs, the batter is going to be Wyatt Burris, who struck out the DH back in the first. So Powell trying to work out of a jam, not give up any more runs than Madisonville already has. It's a foul tip at the plate, so it's going to be 0-1 count now. Logan Bailey is on deck. Here's the pitch from Powell, and this one's going to be hit into left, but it's going to be out of play. So now Powell's ahead of the batter. It's 0-2 the count. Here's the payoff pitch for Powell. And it's outside. Looked like it was the right height. It was just outside. 1-2 the count, 2 outs. And here's one foul. So the count will remain 1 ball and 2 strikes. Two to nothing, Madisonville on top. They're just a half game ahead of the Hoppers in the standings. Here's the pitch, and this one's fouled back into the netting, and it will stay 1 ball, 2 strikes. Yeah, things have really tightened up for 4, 5, and 6
right
in the league. And this is foul. Stay 1-2.
Well, if you take away the start the Hoppers had this year, they played well. Since the second
like I said,
quarter of the season.
Right, yeah, their last 10 games are 6-4. Pitch is outside for a ball. The umpire sitting behind home plate thought that one was good. A collective O. And a swing and a miss. Struck him out, and Powell gets out of a jam.
Worked his way out.
Wow. Great job by Gavin Powell there to get out of that jam in the third. 3 hits in that inning. No runs, no errors, and 3 left on base. We go to the bottom of the third with a score as we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard. It's Madisonville 2 and Hoptown nothing. We'll be back right after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or you just need a little something for a birthday gift, Jay's Record Jewelry can help you find just what you're looking for with our wide selection of jewelry and gift items. And of course, gift wrapping is always free. We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9 until 2.
I've never had a
Or
tag.
shop
I'm not
online
scratching
by
my
visiting
back.
our
I've never had a
website at
tag
jaysrecordjewelry.com.
bother me as much as this one
Jay's
is in the
Record
back of this
Jewelry,
shirt.
909 South Main Street in the heart of historic downtown
But I think I've got it now.
Powering your farm.
I may cut it in a minute. I'm gonna try to. With all the bugs around here.
Oh yeah.
I feel like it's a bug.
They're your one-stop partner for productivity in the field and efficiency at the pump. Southern States is proud to serve the farming communities with expert service and trusted products. Visit your local Southern States store today with 3 locations to better serve you. 1106 West 15th Street, in 5475 Canton Pike in Hopkinsville, and 2829 Hopkinsville Road in Cadiz.
You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm, WHOP HD2 Hopkinsville, and online at 953thefarm.com.
Welcome back to Colonel Field and the Chick-fil-A broadcast table. There's the throw down to second, and we're ready to go. It's going to be number 7, the center fielder, Chance Sweeney. 15 hits on the season, a .214 hitter for the Hoppers as we play here in the bottom of the third. Hoppers still looking for their first hit of the evening. Here is the pitch, and it is a ball. Ernesto Mendiodo has faced the minimum to this point for Madisonville through the first 2 innings. And he's behind in the count now, 2 balls and no strikes.
Now, is that the official pronunciation of the young man's name?
I'm going by what Mr. Colley said.
Okay. All right.
3-0 now the count. Here's the pitch, and it's ball 4.
All right.
So
he's
he's lost his first batter of the evening, and it's a walk, and that is his 9th walk issued this season. Eli Laurent, 154 hitter on the season, 2 hits. Two to nothing Madisonville. We're in the bottom of the 3rd. Here is the pitch. It's going to be a little high for a ball. What'd I say?
What?
Oh, I thought
No.
you were signaling.
I'm just counting balls there.
Oh,
what
yeah.
happens here
Oh, yeah.
between the 2nd and 3rd inning, that's
Right.
5 straight in a row.
Yeah, that is. Well, that's true, yeah.
He'd been very efficient in the first
Right.
2 innings.
Here's a pitch. And this goes all the way back to the netting, and that's going to allow the runner to take second base on the wild pitch. Not quite sure what happened from one inning to the next because he had been throwing really well.
Yeah, the first 2 innings he had 18 pitches and 12 strikes.
Right.
So that's pretty efficient.
Oh, yeah. And that's a ball. So that's now 7 straight pitches or balls, and he's up to 25 pitches now. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike.
Well, he fixed it. They were all up and high and outside. So it's like, okay, whatever it was, he fixed it, I guess.
Right. Here's the pitch. Ball 4. His 2nd straight batter to walk.
He's still up. He's high.
Yeah.
It's release point.
And now the pitching coach is going to come out for Madisonville to talk to his pitcher, as he's now walked 2. There's nobody in the pen, so this is just a visit to kind of say, okay, what's going on here?
What are you doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
There's some mechanics that's a little
Right.
off for him, whatever it
yeah.
is. Because all these pitches are consistently up, which means he's
Right.
releasing his release points off.
Right. Now home plate's going to go out and say you've had enough time. The time they let them talk in the major leagues is a lot shorter than this. They go out there pretty quick.
Major leagues is their goal is a minute.
Right.
Because, it's airtime's expensive.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
But they're chasing a different dynamic.
They are, yeah. That's true. All right, the batter's going to be Dalen Hamilton, 211 hitter on the season, has 4 hits. And the Hoppers have runners at first and second. He squares around to bunt, puts it out in front of the plate. Pitcher will throw down to first, get the runner there. But Hamilton does his job on the sac bunt.
Well executed, right down into the grass, out in front of home plate. So the pitcher had to come. Pitcher fielded it. Yeah, that was well executed. Well done.
And you get to the top of the lineup now for the Hoppers. It's going to be Aiden Butts, 308 hitter on the season. He popped out to the shortstop in the first.
Okay.
Hoppers making some noise here in the bottom of the 3rd with runners at 2nd and 3rd.
Still need their first hit.
Yep. Here's the pitch. It's going to be low for a ball. As Butts held up on that one, it kind of looked like he wanted to swing.
Little sinker. Just what dropped. Looks good coming in, drops off.
Ball 2. And Hoppers with runners at second and third. Here's the pitch, and this is going to be hit to the shortstop. He'll throw to first in time for the out, but that is going to score a run. So an RBI there for Butts on the 6-3, the put out, and that is out number 2.
It's out number 2.
But they do get one of the runs to cut the lead in half. It's now 2-1 in favor of Madisonville. And Colby Webb, 245 hitter on the season, is going to be the batter. He popped out to second. Or no, excuse me, that was a pop out. The Scheid was a line out. Yeah,
right.
That was a pop out there. And that pitch is high. Yeah, something's changed with this young man. His pitching is not as controlled as it was in the first 2 innings of play. Here's the pitch. And again, that's high. Ball 2. Still no activity in the bullpen. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike. 2-1 the count now.
We've got a bullpen guy starting to use the.
Yeah, there's something tricky on one guy.
Moving a little bit. This may be
trying
his last inning.
Yep. And it's a ball. You got one guy down there trying to get a little loose. 3-1 to count, and this is going to be popped up. The shortstop says, "I've got it." He does. So in the inning, there was 1 run on no hits, and let's see, there were no errors and 1 left on base. As we have now played 3 innings, as we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard, it's Madisonville 2, Hoptown 1. We are back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Untangling your headphones, finding the right remote, saying goodbye to your favorite shirt that hasn't fit in 10 years. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated? Thankfully, with Auto Owners, insurance doesn't have to be one of them. Auto Owners works with independent agents who live in your community and answer when you call, so you can worry about more important things, like finding a new favorite shirt. That's simple human sense.
Ask Raymond Nelson Insurance, 3205 Lafayette Road in Hopkinsville, if Auto Owners make sense for you.
The Hoptown Hoppers and Sunflower make a great combination. The Hoppers provide excitement on the baseball field. Sunflower scores with their winning team of self-rising flour for baking biscuits and cakes. Self-rising cornmeal.
Did you see a major league team doing that?
Sunflower grits.
No.
See the Hoppers home games and see the Sunflower Twins. Sunflower self-rising flour, Sunflower self-rising
Okay,
cornmeal
153.
mix, plus Sunflower grits at your grocers and on your table. Sunflower, for mighty fine baking every time.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Welcome back to Colonel Field. Tonight, the attendance at 153 tonight. 153. Another opportunity tomorrow night. The league leading full count Rhythm will be in town. Tomorrow night, 6:30. 6:15 airtime.
Military Appreciation Night?
It might be. Could very well be, yeah. Don't have that list with me. This is Logan Bailey, the batter, and he fouls this one back for strike 1 here in the top of the 4th. Here's the pitch from Powell. This one's hit into right. Right fielder going back. Underneath it, makes the play for the out. 1 gone here in the 4th, and the batter is going to be Pete Britton, as he popped out to center in the 2nd. 2-1 is the score. Hoppers scored their 1 run and no hits.
No hits. They still have no hits.
Yeah. Foul ball over into the.
The Hopper scored with a little small ball.
Yeah.
2 walks, sacrifice, and then a ground ball. Move the runners. So.
Here's the pitch, and this one's going to be foul. Grabs his hammy. He's kind of acting like he's laughing somebody. Ball's outside for a ball. 1-2 the count now to Britton. 1 out, and this is hit to the first baseman. He'll step on the bag unassisted for out number 2. And the batter's going to be Dylan Toller. He lined out in the second. It was a line drive to right, if you remember,
Right,
John.
right.
Yeah,
it just was. Almost right at it.
Yeah, it was, yeah.
Right at the right fielder.
And here's one foul back.
It's a marvelous game. You never know where the ball's going to go.
Sure.
If you think you're in the right place, sometimes you are.
Here's the pitch from Powell, and it's outside. Evens the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. Here's the pitch, and that's a strike. Yeah. I didn't want to call it before the umpire did, but it looked pretty good from
pretty
here.
Good. That was nice.
Looked pretty good from here. Here's the pitch from Powell, and this one's hit to first, but it's foul.
Right.
And the count will stay at 1-2.
Now it's a beautiful night.
It is. Yeah.
Perfect.
Not bad at all. Here's one hit into left center. No, right center, excuse me. Yeah, right center. So it's a base hit, the first one of the night. No, check it. That is Toller. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Toller. His first hit of the night.
Yeah, that's his first hit of the night. Yeah. They now have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 hits. One of those a home run. And we're back to the top. Cooper Wright will be the batter. 1 for 2 on the evening. This is fouled and now to play. Heads up. We're in the top of the 4th. 0-1 the count. The left-handed batting Cooper Wright back in. And here's one, a shot right to the shortstop. That is Miles Denton who makes the play. We've seen some really good infield play here tonight.
That we have. And of course, it's a lot easier when you're positioned in the right spot and the ball comes right at you.
In that inning, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base for Madisonville. We go to the bottom of the 4th as we check the car connection of Hopkinsville's scoreboard. It's Madisonville 2 and the Hoppers 1. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Hi, this is Hopper Carson Tucker from Murray, Kentucky. Please join me in thanking our season sponsors, the Hopkinsville YMCA, the City of Hopkinsville, Christian County Government, Sunflower Photography, All Clean Services, and AKS Flooring, and Maddox Fuqua Hinton Funeral Home. Go Hoppers.
No matter the rescue.
Has your home or business suffered from water damage? How about fire damage to your home? Even if you just need the carpets cleaned, All Clean Services has you covered. All Clean takes pride in the work they do, assuring you quality service. Stop by the office Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 or call 270-889-9645. All Clean Services, 2414 Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville.
Putting your world back together. All Clean.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Welcome back to Colonel Field. 2-1 Madisonville. And they leave Ernesto Mendiodo into the ball game.
Doing a fine job, sir. Fine
I'm trying here.
You bet.
We didn't have an opportunity to go down and officially ask. We're going by how Scott Colley is pronouncing his last name.
Well, we're consistent.
Right.
Mr. Scheit.
The pitch is high. He lined out to the second baseman in the first inning of play. 216 hitter with 11 hits on the season. The pitch and a swing and a miss. 1-1 now the count. Here's the pitch. And it's inside for a ball. 2-1 the count now. Looks like we're going to have some activity in the Hopper bullpen. Players starting to head down to that area, and a strike. 2-2 now the count. We're in the bottom of the fourth inning of play.
In 4 innings, Powell has 67 pitches, so
yeah,
that's why it's time.
Right. Here's the pitch. And it's a ball. So 3-2 now. The count is full. Or Scheid. Here's the pitch. It's high. Ball 4. And Dom Bello, the catcher, will come to the plate. .286 hitter with 12 hits. Popped out to second in the second inning of play. Pitch is high. Here's the pitch. Ball 2. And time is called. I just looked up, John, and saw, I don't know if it's a C-130 or what it is, off in the distance over here to the right. I can see the lights on it. It was a lot closer a moment ago. And I just keep thinking about those pilots that flew 36 hours straight.
Yes.
You flew in your time in the military. Did you ever have a trip that was that long?
Yes.
Really?
In the same part of the world.
Really?
I was a young pup at that time, and our flight was 36.5 hours.
Oh, my goodness.
Nonstop.
Yeah.
It's a long trip.
Yeah. Ball is high.
You remember they had Iranian hostages.
Correct.
The American Embassy was taken.
Yeah.
So that's why we were there.
Okay.
And it's a magic.
Oh, yeah. Ball 4. So, again, he had 2 walks in the last inning. He's got 2 in this inning. And now we're going to see some activity for Madisonville.
You bet. He's lost his release point again.
Right.
He's doing the same thing. They're all high.
So the Hoppers now with runners at first and second Madisonville leads 2-1. The pitch, and this is going to be hit into left. Left fielder's on the run. He can't get to it. It's going to go to the fence, and this game is going to be tied as the runner comes around to score. That is going to be Connor Scheid, who scored from second on the double by Owen Hutchison. And he continues that hot streak that he had. He was 3 for 5 last night with a home run.
He is hitting the ball. And that was it was it just drifted. It drifted.
And the first hit of the night for the Hoppers, too. And they've tied it up at 2-2.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Nobody out and runners on second and third.
Miles Denton, the batter, he grounded out 6-3 in the second. And this is up near the noggin.
Don't get excited. That's the same release point he's been
right.
had.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
They're all up in that same area.
Right.
There just hadn't been anybody standing in the batter's
That's
box.
right. Yeah, they've been on the other side of the box. Yeah, they've been on the other side of the box. Here's the pitch. And this one's going to be popped up. Right fielder going back. He's underneath it. He'll make the play.
Tag.
Runner tags. They're going to go to third with the throw, and it's going to be up the line towards left field, and the sacrifice is going to score a run, and the Hoppers have now taken the lead. It's now 3-2.
3-2.
On the sac fly, but an RBI there.
Right. One out,
for
runner on third.
Denton, yeah. So one out now, and the batter is Chance Sweeney. .214 hitter on the season. This is outside for a ball. As this young man started out really great, but something happened between the second and third inning.
Yeah, like I said, when he lost the release point and now he's struggling, he gets it and then it goes away, and he gets it and it goes away. So he's just really gone. He struggled.
Here's the pitch. And again, it's high.
You know, I just noticed Madisonville's playing the infield in.
Yeah, they sure
Set off
are.
this run.
Yeah. One out here in the inning. It's 3-0 is the count. Here's the pitch, and it's ball 4. So he has walked 3 in this inning and given up a double, and that's it.
Call the bullpen.
Yeah, they can't go any longer. They've got to get him out of there. Runners at first and third when we come back, as Madisonville will make a pitching change here in the bottom of the 4th inning. As we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard, it is now Hoptown 3 and Madisonville 2. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Jenny Stewart Health. Experience makes the difference.
Dealing with sinus or ear issues? Need an ear exam? The Jenny Stewart Ear, Nose, and Throat Team is here to help, serving both adults and kids. From hearing problems to head and neck concerns, we've got you covered. Visit JennyStewartHealth.org today for more information.
Jenny Stewart Health. Experience makes the difference.
Whether it's Planters Bank's main campus in downtown Hopkinsville, Planters' investment in the latest electronic technologies, or their bankers eager to help you, Planters Bank provides the convenience and access to be the perfect financial partner. If you're looking for a bank with the best access in downtown Hopkinsville, stop by and see the great things you can expect at Planters Bank, including downtown Hopkinsville drive-through
number
banking
21?
and ATM. Expect great things at Planters Bank, equal housing opportunity, and member FDIC.
When it comes to powering your farm and fueling your success, Southern States has
No,
you
it's not
covered.
21.
From high-quality seed,
Because that's
fertilizer, and
Toller.
crop protection to reliable fuel delivery and lubricants, they're your one-stop partner for productivity in the field
29.
and efficiency at the
29.
pump. Southern States is proud to serve the farming communities with expert service and trusted products. Visit your local Southern States store today with 3 locations to better serve you. 1106 West 15th Street, in 5475 Canton Pike in Hopkinsville, and 2829 Hopkinsville Road in Cadiz.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Your new pitcher for Madisonville is number 29. That is Kobe Anchor. And the batter is going to be Eli Laurent for Hopkinsville. He walked back in the third. Here's the pitch. It's going to be outside. And the runner takes second, but there was no throw. Normally you don't do that when there's a runner at third.
Right. Defensive
Indifference. Indifference, yeah. Swing and a miss for Laurent. And it's 1-1 with 1 out. Dalen Hamilton is on deck. Here's the pitch. And it catches the outside part of the plate, but just enough for home plate to say a strike. The pitch, and this is foul back. Count will stay 1 ball and 2 strikes with 1 out.
I finally found his strength. He's pitched 4.1 in 4 and a third innings.
Okay.
Faced 22 batters so far this season. He's given up 3 runs. 2 of them earned.
Outside for a ball. Evens the count now at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
2 walks and 2 strikeouts. So
2-2 the count with 1 out. Runners at second and third. And this is again fouled into the net. The count will stay at 2-2. Here's the pitch from Anchor, and it's outside. And now the count is full at 3 balls and 2 strikes. Hoppers have already scored 2 here in the inning. They lead at 3-2. Here's the pitch. And he gets away, and runner will score on the pass ball. And it was ball 4, too.
Ball 4 puts a runner on first.
Yep. And
the
the
runner's
ball
on first and third.
Yeah. And another run, making it 4-2 now. Dalen Hamilton, .211 hitter on the season, 4 hits. A beautifully placed sac bunt back in the third. Pitches inside for ball 1. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. They'll throw over, and it gets away, and that's going to be another run. And the runner's going to go all the way to third. Yeah. Took a while for him to go get the ball. And they're going to have a runner at third now.
Ball rolled almost all the way to the dugout. I mean, out bullpen. So.
That was the pitcher that threw over to first, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. Which allowed the run. So that'd be error on the pitcher.
Correct. So now it's 5-2 in favor of the Hoppers. They've scored 4 here in this inning. Ball 2. 2-0 the count now, just 1 out. Hoppers with a runner now at third. And this is foul back. 2-1 now the count.
See, he had a sack bunch first time around. So
He did, yeah.
I'll take another productive out.
Right.
Here.
Runner at third, that's Laurent. The pitch, swing and a miss. And that evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes.
That pitch is coming again.
Yeah. Here is Anchor to the plate with the pitch. And it's a ball.
Just a little lower this time.
3-2 now the count. Again, Laurent, the runner for Hoptown, he's at third base. Here's the pitch. And this is a hit to third. They'll come home, and they're going to get the runner right there. So on the fielder's choice, Hamilton takes first.
He had him going on contact, evidently.
Right,
because
yeah.
he broke as soon as the ball was hit, even though it was hit right to the third base.
Right.
And he was already playing in, so.
Right.
Yeah, that was.
So 2 outs now. Anchor to the plate with a pitch. Here is one hit, and it's going to drop into center field, and it's going to roll all the way to the fence. And they are going to send the runner. Yeah, he's coming hard, and he is going to be safe. And going to third on the throw is going to be Aiden Butts. So Butts gets a double and an RBI. That is his second of the night. And it's now 6-2 in favor of the Hoppers.
Well, they waited to start getting hits, but they certainly have picked up the pace.
Oh, yeah, yeah. And there was no doubt that the runner was, Hamilton was going to score.
You bet.
I mean, you couldn't have stopped him if, yeah, I mean, he was green all the way. And Coach Benny, of course, he was waving his arms as hard as he could to get him to keep going. 1-0 the count now to the 9th batter in the lineup this inning, Colby Webb. And it's 2-0 now. 2-0 the count with 2 outs. Hoppers with 5 here in the inning. And it's a ball. So that runs the count now to 3 balls and no strikes. Here's a pitch and a strike. Normally 3-0 counts, unless it's just really, really bad. And they're going to call a strike most of the time. Because 9 times out of 10, the batter's taking, too.
Correct.
Here's one hit to the shortstop. He'll scoop it up. He'll throw over in time to retire the side. 9 batters came to the plate. There were 2 doubles in that inning and 4 walks. So in that inning, let's see here, there were 5 runs scored on 2 hits. There was 1 error, 1 left on base. So we have played 4, and the Hoppers with some damage in that inning of play. As we look at the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard, it's now the Hoppers 6, Madisonville 2. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
playing again.
Yeah, I know.
4th of July, celebrate independence
I guess they're
from
training.
sleepless
Well, you
nights
see, here's one coming
Breeze
here,
Furniture
too.
and Mattress.
They've got
Save
helicopters, too. I mean,
$500
there's
on Tempur-Pedic Breeze
some
mattresses,
training
including
going on.
Breeze, Lux Breeze, and Active
All
Breeze
the
models
time.
All the
designed to keep
time.
you cool all
That
day
or they
long.
just like
Get up to
baseball.
200 off select Sealy mattresses.
There you
and
go.
Serta has savings on their perfect sleeper collection.
Bird's
up to
eye view, I guess.
$425
Bird's
off.
eye
It's time
view.
to sleep cooler, deeper, and better. But hurry, these savings end soon.
Well, that one might be that.
It could be.
Rides at the fair?
Well, they are. Yeah,
Shouting
that
out
could
a
be. That's
huge
why we're
thank
hearing
you
all the
to all of our
helicopters.
members
Yeah,
who stopped by
yeah,
to see
yeah.
us
That's
during
from the
Penny Isle
fair.
Electric's
passed
Member
over.
Right.
Appreciation Days.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
been
that's,
awesome reconnecting with our neighbors and connecting with new friends over the last
They do
couple of
touch and
weeks.
goes over
Thank
my
you
house.
For the opportunity to
The
lighten
circle
your life
around
and
is
empower
where they
our
come back.
community. Like
Okay.
Penny Isle Electric on Facebook to stay connected and up to date on outage and other important information.
We don't
Penny
even
Isle
hardly pay
Electric,
attention
doing
anymore.
our part to enhance your quality of life
Well,
since 1937.
Years ago, we lived out Coxville
This
Road.
is Hoptown Hoppers baseball on
Which
95.3
near the
the
Ford
farm.
Oh,
and
yeah.
So when they do
95.3
artillery,
thefarm.com.
Oh, yeah.
you can hear it.
Yeah.
You know, folks in Lafayette hear it all the time.
Back at Colonel Field and the Chick-fil-A broadcast table, Jeff Sisk along with John Bruce. And Hoppers now 6-2 lead. Nice inning, a 5-run inning in the 4th. We're in the 5th, and Coulter Hamilton is the batter, the shortstop. 1 for 2 on the day with a base hit and a strikeout. And Powell stays in the ball game. This is foul back. Now it's going to be 0-2 the count now. Don't know how long a leash that Powell has as far as pitches, how many he can pitch.
Oops.
It hit that batter.
Curveball just a little too much inside.
Mm-hmm. So the batter now is going to be Noah Burning. That's 69 pitches now for Powell. Actually 70.
70. When you get up around 90, that's it's time.
This probably will be his last inning, I would say.
I would think so.
And here's one hit to the first baseman and
Foul ball.
Foul ball. Okay. So the count's 0-1.
Hit it coming out of the batter's box.
Right. Here's the pitch from Powell. And this is hit into center field. Center fielder is there. Camps out underneath it. It makes the play. That is a Chance Sweeney for out number 1.
He just strolled over there like he had all the time in the world.
Oh, sure. Six to 2 is our score. Hoppers are on top. They fell behind early 2-0. They've scored 1 in the 3rd and 5 in the 4th. And here is Nazar Bergen, a home run and a base hit.
Yeah, you got to have to be careful with this young man.
Yeah.
I think he can hit the ball.
And there was a steal then, too, as Hamilton took second on the throw. Here's the pitch. We'll call that a strike. 1-1 the count now. I think he was lobbying to try to get a ball call there. He was kind of shaking his head as that went across the plate. That or he thought, oh, that was one I should have swung at. And this is going to get away, and the runner's going to go to third. So now Madisonville with a runner at third. That is Hamilton. And the count is 2 balls and 1 strike. Powell is set. The pitch from Powell. And it's a strike. 2-2 now the count, and the catcher there, if you notice, set up beautifully for that.
He's receiving well. He's doing a good job.
Powell comes to the plate, and a swing and a miss for a strikeout. And that is the second out of the inning, and the batter's going to be Justin Early. He's 1 for 2 on the night, a base hit in the first. Lined out to the second baseman in the third inning of play.
I think Tom Bello does a good job receiving the ball. I won't say that he steals strikes.
Right.
But if you're not jerky, it certainly helps the umpire.
That pitch is a strike. Hope the wind getting up doesn't mean what I think it does.
Oh, well, I'll look and see.
Yeah, would you look, please? I'm afraid to. Here's one hit to the first baseman, and he will pitch it underhand to Powell for the out. So it goes 3-1 for the out. So in the inning for Madisonville, no runs in the inning. There were no hits. There was no errors and 1 left on base. We go to the bottom of the 5th, and our score, as we check the Car Connection of Hopkinsville scoreboard, it is Hoptown 6, Madisonville 2. We're back after this. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Excuse me, it's 99 cents. Can we have a word?
Well, I do have a quick
Anything
moment.
out
Is
there?
it true?
Not a thing.
I'm currently
Yeah,
appearing at
unless
all
it's just not
Max's
showing up there.
convenience shops
Yeah.
for
Okay.
99-cent fountain
Well, maybe it's
drinks,
just
any
breezy.
size, anytime.
Now, there's some stuff down in Tennessee.
Any size,
little bit,
anytime.
not
Oh, yeah, but it's not.
Any
It's
size,
far, it's
anytime.
not-
That's too far away.
Yeah, it's too far
This is
away.
a personal
Yeah.
invitation to visit my family store. I guarantee you'll get service to the max every time.
This magic machine says no pre-sip for 60 minutes.
Okay.
And it's only 87 now.
Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring or you just need a little something for a birthday gift, Jay's Record Jewelry can help you find
Downright
just
chilly,
what you're
need a
looking
jacket after
for.
a while.
With
that's
our wide
right.
selection of jewelry and gift items. And of course, gift wrapping is always free. We're open Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 5:30, and Saturday from 9 until 2. Or shop online by visiting our website at jaysrecordjewelry.com. Jay's Record Jewelry, 909 South Main Street in the heart of historic downtown Hopkinsville.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Welcome back to the Chick-fil-A broadcast table as we move to the bottom of the 5th inning of play. The Hoppers lead it 6-2, and the batter is going to be Connor Scheid as he will lead off for the second straight inning. The Hoppers batted around. They sent 9 to the plate back in the 4th inning of play. Scheit with a walk, and he lined out to second. 0 for 1. I make it 0 for 1 tonight. Pitch is a high for a ball. Pitch, and he catches the outside portion of the plate for a strike. 1-2. Catcher kind of sets up outside too. If you notice that, John.
He does.
And not quite that far outside. Pitch was outside. He had to kind of reach out for that one. 2-1 the count now. And the pitch from Anchor. And it's a ball. So now the count's 3-1.
You can watch his landing foot. And know where it's going.
Right.
Not all pitchers do that, but he seems to do that.
Mm-hmm.
No, it doesn't always work.
No. That looked like that would have been a strike had he.
Yeah.
But it was outside.
Ball 4.
And that is another walk. And Dom Bello will be the batter. Bello with a walk, and he popped out to second. So he's 0 for 1 on the day. Here is the hit out into right field, and they'll make the play there. Now, Game Changer says the pitcher is Ray. And PA and myself said Anchor.
Yeah,
so,
that's the number that matches.
Yeah. So here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 0-1 the count.
You're right. It sure does, doesn't it?
Yep.
Okay.
Here's the pitch, and it's a ball. 1-1 the count now. 1 out. Hoppers with a runner at first. 6-2 in favor of the Hoppers. From the bottom of the 5th inning of play. Here's the pitch, and this one's foul back. Yep.
That's because Anchor's number 29, as is Ray.
Oh, okay. All right.
Game Changer has them both listed number 29.
Okay. Well, what is, what's Ray's first name?
Well, let's see if I can.
Does it say?
Caden, C-A-D-E-N.
Oh, okay. Thank you. This is pop back, and it's going to be out of play. So the count will remain 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. That would cause some confusion.
Would for me.
Now, if we were playing college football, you know, they have defensive numbers and offensive numbers.
Right.
Because there are so many players, you don't have enough numbers. Here's a pitch. It's a ball, and they'll throw down, but Scheit was able to get in there.
That was Thurl was well behind it.
Mm-hmm. So 2-2 the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Miles Denton is on deck for the Hoppers. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And struck him out.
So 2 out, run around second now.
And that is the first strikeout tonight of a Hoptown batter.
Well,
Miles Denton will be the batter. Two outs. 6-2 in favor of the Hoppers. Runner at second base, and this is foul and out of play.
You were talking about football numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Went to St. X one night.
Right.
And these people just kept coming out.
Oh, I know.
And I asked the coaches how many. He goes, well, 99, because it's all the numbers we have.
Yeah. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count now with 2 outs.
And then he told me, but we didn't dress the freshmen for playoffs.
Right. Yeah, if you play a St. X or a Trinity, you're going to see a full roster. Male high school is known for that, too. They have a full roster as well. Pitch is high for a ball, 1-2. Speaking of 6A schools, both the public high schools in their final season of football play will be in 6A.
Oh, I don't think I realized that.
Yeah.
That's the realignment is set up for next year.
That is correct, yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay.
2-2 the count, 2 outs.
That'll give them some tough sledding.
It will. And a swing and a miss for strike 3. So that'll do it in the inning for the Hoppers. So there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left on base. There was 1 walk in the inning. As we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard, at the end of 5, it is Hoptown 6, Madisonville 2. Back after this, you're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on News Radio on The Farm, 95.3 FM and thefarm.com.
Folding a fitted sheet, programming the thermostat, matching your socks. Why are simple things sometimes so complicated?
Yeah.
Thankfully, with an auto owner's insurance independent agent, getting the right coverage for your home doesn't have to be one of them. So you can get back to more important things.
That's first time tonight,
like finding that missing
That's
sock.
pretty good.
That's simple
Done
human
pretty
sense.
good.
Ask Raymond Nelson Insurance, 3205 Lafayette Road in Hopkinsville, if auto owners make sense for you.
Jenny Stewart Health. Experience makes the difference.
Dealing with sinus or ear issues? Need an ear exam? The Jenny Stewart Ear, Nose, and Throat Team is here to help, serving both adults and kids. From hearing problems to head and neck concerns, we've got you covered. Visit JennyStewartHealth.org today for more information.
Jenny Stewart Health. Experience makes the difference.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Welcome back to the Chick-fil-A broadcast booth here at Christian County High's Colonel Field. Hoppers lead at 6-2 as we move to the top of the 6th inning of play. Here's the pitch, and it's a strike. And Gavin Powell's back out there for another inning of work.
Yeah.
The pitch. Strike 2. 0-2 the count now. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 3 pitches and a strikeout.
Wow, that's nice.
That is nice.
See?
Well, sometimes you see pitchers, they get better as the game goes on.
Game goes along. And you look up and go, hey, I got a 4-run lead. I can
Right.
Live on the plate.
That's right. Logan Bailey is the batter, 0 for 2 on the night for Madisonville. Here's the pitch, and it's outside for a ball.
With a 4-run lead, as long as you keep people off the bases, you're in good shape.
Yeah.
I mean, the most he can do is score 1.
And this is foul. So it's now 1-1 the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. 1 out. 6-2 lead for the Hoppers here in the 6th. And they're going to call that a ball.
Mr. Bello wanted that one.
2-1 now the count. Strike. Nice pitch. You can tell when it pops the mitt like that, it's a good pitch, good fastball. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch, and it's foul back. Bailey hanging in there, fouling that one off. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Inside. 3-2 now the count.
Inside, but not by much.
Not by much, no. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss.
There you go.
Strikes him out. 2 outs now here in the 6th. And the batter's going to be Pete Britton. Yeah, that 4-run lead kind of gives you a little bit more. You can just rear back and
let her go.
Let it go. Say, okay, see if you can hit this one.
Correct.
Here's the pitch from Powell, working from the stretch. And it's a ball. Dylan Toller on deck, but let's hope we don't see him until the 7th. Here's a pitch, and this one's going to be popped up. First baseman trying to go. He's over, and he makes the play right before he goes into the Hoppers dugout. What a play by the first baseman. That is Dalen Hamilton. Great play by that young man. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Hoptown Hoppers, Gavin Powell. So in that inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. We go to the bottom of the sixth. Our score, as we check the Car Connection of Hopkinsville scoreboard, Hoptown 6 and Madisonville 2. Back after this, you're listening to Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
The Hoptown Hoppers and Sunflower make a great combination. The Hoppers provide excitement on the baseball field. Sunflower scores with their winning team of self-rising flour for baking biscuits and cakes. Self-rising cornmeal mix with great cornbread, plus Sunflower grits. See the Hoppers home games and see the Sunflower Twins. Sunflower self-rising flour, Sunflower self-rising cornmeal mix, plus Sunflower grits at your grocers and on your table. Sunflower, for mighty fine baking air.
Now it's real decision time for the coach.
When it comes to powering your farm and fueling
Is there
your
a pitch rule for
Southern
pitchers
States has
in
you
the
covered.
league?
From high-quality seed, fertilizer, and crop protection to reliable fuel delivery and lubricants,
The pitch
they're your
rule
one-stop
really
partner
comes
for
from
productivity in the field,
their
efficiency
college
at the pump.
coach, yeah.
Southern States is proud to serve
what
the
he
farming
wants and
communities
doesn't want.
with
Right,
expert
sure.
service and trusted products. Visit your local Southern States store today with 3 locations to
They
better
keep
serve
up.
you.
And most of them
1106
do
West
really.
15th
I mean, they really
in
do keep up.
5475
Somebody on
Pike
the
in
coaching
Hopkinsville,
staff
and
is watching
2829
every guy
Hopkinsville
that goes
Road
out
in
in the summer.
Cadiz.
You're listening to Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3
ruining
The Farm,
your ability to get a
WHOP
pitcher next year.
HD2
That's the way to do it.
And online at 953thefarm.com.
We move to the bottom of the sixth inning of play. It's going to be the bottom three in the lineup for the Hoppers. Chance Sweeney, Eli Laurent, and Dalen Hamilton. Hoppers with a 4-run lead at 6-2 as we're in the bottom of the sixth. Pitches outside for a ball. We believe that Caden Ray is the pitcher. They have 2 number 29s on their roster. Pitches a ball for 2 balls now, no strikes. Here's the pitch, swing, and this is going to be hit to the first baseman. Bobbles it, but has plenty of time to step on the bag unassisted for out number 1.
Well, that's too bad. Chance had gotten 2 walks and scored 2 runs.
Mm-hmm. Batter's going to be Eli Laurent. He's walked twice, so he does not have an official at bat to this point. Pitches a ball. They were good at bats for him too. Really battled hard. And this is going to be popped up, but it's going to go out of play. Six to 2 is the score. Just after 9 o'clock. Here's the pitch. Going to be a ball. Had to have a little bit of extra time tonight. Get the field ready. Blake Leach came over from Hoptown to help out. Cole Isom, the head baseball coach here, is out of town. So Blake Leach and Mitchell Blackman took care of field duties today. Needed the extra time. Again, depending on where you were in Hopkinsville today,
right?
It rained really hard. And, someone that was downtown told me that they thought it rained harder today than it did on Tuesday when it rained real hard.
Well, and it was the same way.
Mm-hmm.
Because I came from the east of town,
mm-hmm.
pouring down rain.
Right.
I crossed the railroad tracks.
Uh-huh.
It let up, and by the time I crossed Main Street, it's dry.
Yeah. 3-2 the count. And here is one smoked to right, but right to the right fielder. For the second out of the inning, and the batter's going to be Dalen Hamilton.
So that's one of those, it's hard to tell you, dude, you did a good job. You
Right.
barreled the ball. You hit it. You hit it well. Just keep doing that.
Right.
And they will fall in.
Mm-hmm. Here's the pitch from Ray, and it's a strike. Yeah, they always say your job is to put the ball into play and make the defense make a play.
Make them work. If you hit it square, you hit that round ball with a round bat squarely, that's all you got to do.
Here's the pitch high for a ball. 1-1 the count now with 2 outs here. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Hoppers leading 6-2. Here's Ray's pitch. The 1-1, and this is foul back. 1-2 now the count. It looks like the crowd's pretty much hung in here. They've stayed with the Hoppers here.
Yeah. Well, it's a beautiful night.
Yeah. Here is the pitch from Ray, and it's high and outside. 2-2 the count now. Aiden Butts is on deck. A couple of RBIs and a double for Butts tonight. Here's the pitch from Ray, and it's foul back. Count will remain 2-2. With 2 outs. Here's the pitch from Ray, and it's a ball. So that makes it a full count now at 3-2.
Full count, 2 out. Here we go.
The 3-2 count. Here's a pitch from Ray, and this is hit, and it's going to be a base hit into left field. Good night for Aiden Butts. And the base hit now to go with his double and 2 RBIs. No, I'm sorry. That was Hamilton. I'm sorry. Well, Aiden still had a good night. Let's see what he can do here.
Yeah, there you go. See if he can drive in the runner on first.
Butts with a double tonight, a couple of RBIs. He grounded out to short to first, and then popped out to short.
First pitch is the ball inside.
1-0 the count to Trick County High graduate Aiden Butts. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now the count with 2 outs.
He started that swing, but he really didn't want to.
Batter's in the box, ready to go. And the pitch from Ray, and a swing and a miss. That's a strike. So now it's 1-2. 1-2 the count. Colby Webb is on deck for the Hoppers. Here's the pitch. And this one's hit into
center fielder.
Yep, left center, and the center fielder will make the play, as they had him played perfectly. So a fly out to center to end the inning. So in the inning, there were no runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We have played 6. We go to the 7th, and we're going to have a new pitcher for the Hoptown Hoppers. It's going to be Zach Hampton will be our new pitcher. He is out of University of Mary Hardin Baylor. He is from Corpus Christi, Texas, and he'll be pitching when we come back. At the end of 6, as we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard, it's Hoptown 6, Madisonville 2. Back after this, you're listening to Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Hi, this is Hopper Hunter Swanson from Clarksville, Tennessee. Please join me in thanking our season sponsors: Huggard Beard and Giles Funeral Home, Jones Brothers Towing and Trucking, Chick-fil-A, HWEA, the Bank of Cadies, HES, and the Hopkinsville Lions Cubs. Go Hoppers!
Transform your home? Welcome to AKS Flooring, your one-stop shop for all your home design needs. From stunning hardwood and luxurious carpets to stylish tiles and vinyl, we've got the perfect floor for every room. But that's not all. Our experts can help with custom countertops, beautiful backsplashes, and all your design essentials. AKS Flooring and Design Center, 2414 Fort Campbell Boulevard in Hopkinsville, or online at aksflooring.com. AKS Flooring, where your dream home begins.
I don't find Mr. Hampton.
He may be new.
Hi, this is Hopper Carson.
This is a new roster as of today.
Please join me in thanking our season sponsors, the
So he
Hopkinsville
may be
YMCA,
brand new.
the City of Hopkinsville.
I'd have to look at
Christian
another
County
one to
Government,
see
Sunflower
if,
Photography,
compare an
All
old
Clean
one to this
Services,
one.
and AKS
See if
Flooring,
he is.
and Maddox Fuqua Hinton Funeral Home. Go Hoppers!
Now, he is on the roster.
Okay.
But
this is Hoptown Hoppers baseball on
First pitch.
95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
First pitch from the new pitcher for Hoptown, number 9, Zach Hampton, to the batter, Dylan Toller. And it's going to be a strike, 0-1.
Looks like this is his second game, first time to pitch.
Okay, second game, first time to pitch. All right. Yeah, they have him listed as a right-handed pitcher, but he can also play third base and first base.
Okay.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. And it's 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One, two, the count. And the pitch. Outside. 2-2 the count now. Good night for Gavin Powell. Pitched right at 100 pitches, I think. Close to it. Here's the pitch.
Whoa.
That's a swing and a miss, and he strikes out.
Also
tossed the bat. Slipped out of his hand. And there's one out, and we're back to the top of the order now. It's going to be Cooper Wright. He is 1 for 3 on the night with a single in the third. He squared around to bunt, pulled the bat back, but it's a strike. Good pitch that time by Hampton.
And Gavin Powell had 92 pitches. You
Okay.
were right on.
Here's the pitch. And it's a ball. 1-1 the count. You know, sometimes you'll see an up call that as a strike right under the lettering, high and tight under the elbow. Swing and a miss. You know, and they call that a strike, and I'm thinking, you know, batter is no way of hitting. There's no way physically to hit that.
Well, you watch the major league guys, as they itch up there.
Foul back.
It looks really good coming in.
Yeah, I know.
But catching up with it is
Oh,
really
yeah.
hard to do.
Right.
And especially when you get those guys that are throwing 98 to about 102 miles an hour. Just a fastball that's high, and you just can't catch it.
1-2 the count now. Hoppers lead at 6-2. Here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss.
Kind of like that one.
Yeah.
Right up there. You're
right.
The ball was high, but it looks so good.
Hampton has struck out the first 2 he has faced, and it's going to be Hamilton. Coulter Hamilton will be the batter. So Hampton against Hamilton. 2 outs here in the 7th. Here's the pitch, and it's outside for a ball. Hoppers at home tomorrow night. Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count.
You said they're hosting full count?
The Hoppers have full count coming in tomorrow night. Here's the pitch, and this is hit right to the first baseman, who makes the play as it's lined out to the first baseman. And again, we've seen some really good defensive plays on the infield, both sides.
Both sides, absolutely.
Both sides tonight. All right, in that inning, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, and 2 strikeouts in that inning for Zach Hampton. As we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard, it's Hoptown 6 and Madisonville 2. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Whether it's Planters Bank's main campus in downtown Hopkinsville,
I need to stand up.
Planters
I'm going to
investment
take advantage of it and stand up.
There you go.
I don't know what's going to happen when I do stand up.
Provides the convenience and access to be the perfect financial partner. If you're looking
stick
for
my
a bank
clothes
with the
from my
best access
backside.
in downtown Hopkinsville, stop by and see the great
How you
things you
doing?
can expect at Planters Bank, including downtown Hopkinsville drive-through banking and ATM. Expect great things at Planters Bank. Equal housing opportunity and member FDIC.
This 4th of July, celebrate independence from sleepless nights at Herb Hayes Furniture and Mattress.
New
Right
picture.
now, save $500
I
on
needed that. My
Tempur-Pedic
leg was
Breeze
going to
mattresses,
sleep, I
including
guess.
Pro Breeze, Lux
Now that I'm
Breeze,
standing
and
up.
Active Breeze models, designed to keep you cool all night long. Get up to $200 off select Sealy mattresses, and Serta has savings
New
on their
picture
perfect
for them,
sleeper collection,
22.
up to
Gotta look that
$425
up.
off. It's time to sleep cooler, deeper, and better. But hurry, these savings end soon.
Hi, this is Colby Webb from Arkansas Tech University. We would not have Hoppers baseball
Brady
without
White.
the following businesses.
Okay.
Please support our season sponsors: United Southern Bank, Edgewood Baptist Church, Lincoln Real Estate and Development, and Smiley Enterprises, Southern States, Legacy Real Estate, and McAfee Electric. Thank you, and go Hoppers.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
New pitcher for Madisonville. It's going to be number 22, and that is Brady Weitzel. Third pitcher of the night for the Miners. And the batter's going to be Colby Webb. And the pitch to him is a ball. We play in the bottom of the 7th. Here's the pitch. And this is hit back to the pitcher. He snags it and will underthrow to first for the out. Second time tonight we've seen a 1-3 out. So Connor Scheidt will be the batter. He's walked twice, lined out to the second baseman, so he is 0 for 1 on the evening. Here's the pitch. Inside. For a ball, 1-0. Here's the pitch. He wanted to pull the trigger on that. Yeah, kind of flinched a little bit, but he took ball 2.
Now he's walked a couple times, right?
He has walked twice, yeah.
Okay.
Here's the pitch. That one's in there for a strike. That was a good pitch by Weitzel. Two 2-1 the count. Here's the pitch and a swing and a miss for strike 2. So 2-2 now the count.
See if he goes back to that spot again.
Mm-hmm.
That's where the catch is set up.
Right. The pitch. And this is hit into center. Short's going to go. Nope, center's going to come in and get it. They were kind of playing in short, too, it looked like. Not very deep.
Not very deep, but no collision that time.
Right, yeah.
Obviously, they fixed that part.
Bergen got that one. Yeah, I thought that Short was going to go out and get it. But Bergen, the center fielder, made the catch. 2 outs now, and the batter's going to be Dom Bello. 0 for 2 with a walk, and this is back in the fence. Or I should say the netting here at Christian County High. A lot of schools have gotten away from your old chain link fence backstop. Some still have it, but a lot have gone to the netting. I think it's a little better fan experience.
It is. It's better. It's still, and it's actually better protection for the same money because you can do a lot more netting than you can do a chain link.
Oh,
fence.
sure. And this is hit into left, and it is
gone.
Out of here. Home run to left field over the left field fence for Dom Bello. He'll touch them all as he makes the trot around. Good night for the catcher as he steps on home plate for the home run. And now it's 7-2 in favor of the Hoppers. And Owen Hutchison, who had a home run last night for the Hoppers.
He's 1 for 3 tonight.
Yep.
Okay.
Has a double. He struck out and he grounded out 4-3. And here is one popped up. Third baseman, shortstop, third baseman. Yep, third baseman's going to take it for the third out of the inning. But the home run by Dom Bello gives the Hoppers a little more insurance.
Correct.
As they're now up by 5 as they lead it 7-2. So in that inning for the Hoppers, they scored 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and there was nobody left on base. As we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard, at the end of 7, it is Hoptown 7 and Madisonville 2. We're back after this. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Pennyrile Electric is shouting out a huge thank you to all of our members who stopped by to see us during Pennyrile Electric's Member Appreciation Days. It's been awesome reconnecting with our neighbors and connecting with new friends over the last couple of weeks. And we thank you for the opportunity to lighten your life and empower your community. Like Pennyrile Electric on Facebook to stay connected and up to date on outage and other important information. Pennyrile Electric, doing our part to enhance your quality of life since 1937.
Excuse me, it's 99 cents. Can we have a word?
Well, I do have a quick moment.
Is it true? You're performing in our area?
I'm currently appearing at all Max's convenience shops for 99-cent fountain drinks. Any size, anytime.
Any size? Anytime?
Any size, anytime.
99-cent fountain drinks. Any size, anytime.
This is Max Arnold. This is your personal invitation to visit my family store. I guarantee you'll get service to the max every time.
Fuel for you. Fuel for your vehicle. Max's Convenience Shop.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Welcome back to the Chick-fil-A broadcast table tonight. The Hoptown Hoppers leading 7-2 as we move to the 8th inning of play. It will be the middle of the lineup, the 3, 4, and 5 hitters for Madisonville. Noah Burning. He is 0 for 2 on the evening. It was a 1-2-3 inning for Zach Hampton back in the 7th inning of play against Madisonville. It's foul back and out of play. So the count's 0-1. Here's a pitch. And it's a ball, 1-1 the count. Here's the pitch outside. Ball 2, 2 balls and a strike as we play here in the 8th.
The crowd's got quiet.
Yep. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 2-2 the count. It's kind of thinned out a little bit on the home side over here, but still a good crowd. Yeah, good crowd. Pitch, swing and a miss, and a strikeout. That is the third strikeout recorded this evening for Hampton. Eight for Hopper pitchers tonight.
9.
9 now?
Yeah, 9
okay.
now. Yeah, because Powell had 6.
Right.
If he just got his third,
yeah.
that'd be 9.
Pitches a strike to Nazir Bergen.
Again, pitch with the lead. It's a lot easier.
Oh, yeah. Swing and a miss. He's just rearing back and throwing.
He sure
That's
is.
all he's doing.
He sure is.
Here's the pitch, and it's fouled away. Thought he might be able to get him on 3 straight pitches.
This guy's a good hitter.
He is a good hitter.
He's a good hitter.
Yeah, he had a...
He's a 2-run home guy.
Yeah, that's
2-run
right.
home run
Yeah, he
first
had
inning.
he's responsible for the 2 runs for Madisonville tonight. And this is fouled back. So the count stays 0-2. 1 out here in the 8th inning of play.
See, 0-2 count. If you got a nice little curveball, this is the night. This
Oh,
is the
yeah,
time.
yeah.
Get him swinging.
I got you.
Looking for that fastball. Give him something else.
Here he comes and got him looking. Strike 3.
Well, he didn't like the call.
No.
But that zone's been pretty consistent all
Right.
night. And it's
Oh,
not
yeah.
large. It's
No.
just, it might be a little wider, but it's certainly not tall or short.
The batter now is Justin Early, and he is 1 for 3 on the evening with a base hit back in the first. Here's the pitch from Hampton, and it's a strike. Tell you what, Madisonville's got a lot of left-handed hitters in their lineup.
They do.
They're kind of built for Fulton. Aren't they? And this pitch in the dirt and bounces back to the backstop. So 1-1 now the count.
I wonder how they've done when they've gone to Fulton. That'd be interesting to look at.
Yeah.
Just to see.
Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike. Pretty pitch. 1-2 now the count to Justin Early from Zach Hampton. Here's the pitch. And it's low for a ball. 2-2 now the count. Oh, 3-2. I lost the count somewhere. 3-2.
3-2.
Here's the pitch. And it is fouled back. So the count will remain 3-2. Three and two the count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch, and this one's foul back. (7-2) is our score. Madisonville scored 2 in the first, And nothing but 0 since. Hoppers with 1 in the third, 5 in the fourth, and 1 in the seventh. And a swing and a miss. And Zach Hampton strikes out the side. As we go to the bottom of the eighth, we check the U-Haul of Hopkinsville scoreboard. No hits, no runs, no errors, nobody left on base. 7-2, Hoptown on top. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Whether you're shopping for an engagement ring,
I saw
or
it
you just
too.
need a little something
85
for a birthday.
I know it.
away.
I know it.
Jay's
We got a good
Record
vantage
Jewelry
point
can
here.
Other
find
side
just what
of
you're
Nashville.
looking
I know.
for
I know.
With our wide selection of jewelry and gift
That would
items.
be in that direction.
And of course, gift wrapping is
Yeah.
always free.
I saw
We're
it
open
too.
Monday
I know
through
it.
Friday,
I knew it wasn't
9:30 to
fireworks because it was a
5:30,
different
and
kind of
Saturday
color.
Yeah, it's got
from
that
9
Yeah,
until
it
2.
had that
Or shop online
kind
by
of
visiting our
tan.
website at
That's got to be
jaysrecordjewelry.com.
tall.
I know it.
Jay's
Yeah.
Record
For us to
Jewelry,
see
Oh, yeah.
909
I
South
mean,
know
Main
it.
Street
50,
in the
60
heart of
miles at
historic
night is not
downtown
that hard.
Hopkinsville.
Right.
But 85, that's some more distance.
Oh, yeah.
Remembering where you parked. Why are
As
simple
long as they'll
things
stay there
sometimes
another
so
15, 20 minutes or whatever it's going to take to
Auto Owners Insurance Independent
play.
Agent.
Basically, what we have left is an
Coverage for your
inning.
vehicle doesn't have to
20
be one
minutes.
of them.
20
So you
minutes,
can get
okay.
back
We
to more
play
important
basically
things.
20 minutes
Like remembering
an
if you're
inning.
on
Okay.
the third or fourth level of the
They
parking
go,
garage.
short and long, but they'll
Right.
average.
Simple human
And that
sense.
gives you a 3-hour game.
Ask
Okay.
Raymond Nelson Insurance, 3205 Lafayette Road in Hopkinsville.
We're at
Auto
2
owners
right
make
now.
sense for you.
So this is going to be a little quicker.
This is
2.5.
Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
See, I'm not superstitious.
Back at the Chick-fil-A broadcast table. I am. We were talking about the pace of the game so far and it being right at, well, it's actually 2 hours and 4 minutes old at the moment.
Okay, and we're going into the bottom of the eighth.
We are.
So moving at a nice pace.
Yep,
Makes
Miles.
you happy.
Yep, Miles Denton is going to be the batter. He is, let's see here, I believe he's 0 for 3.
So now you get to sleep in tomorrow?
No.
If I were you, I'd talk to the boss about that.
I know. No, that's the reason why I'm here tonight. Joe is taking a little time off.
Is he?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. Well, I know you're in the studio by 8 because you're on the
Oh,
air
yeah,
at 8.
yeah.
I would
No,
assume you're there before that.
It'll be about 4 hours before that in the morning.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Oh, Joe's taking time off.
Oh, yeah, Joe's off, yeah. Here's one hit down to third, and it's going to be a base hit. No, error on the third baseman. And a runner takes second, so we're gonna say an E5 there.
Well, all right, I'll give you the base hit, and then the E gets him to
Okay.
second. How's that?
Okay.
Because that was not an easy play.
Right. Yeah, he kind of had to backhand that one.
Yeah, he reached over to backhand, and it was right
Yeah.
down the line.
Yeah,
so
the official score gave him a hit, so
All right.
I'm going to as well.
There you go. I guess a play I've seen so far tonight, I just expected him to.
Right. Oh, yeah.
To make a nice play.
Left-hander Chance Sweeney is in the box now for the Hoppers. And Witzel. Or it may be pronounced Weitzel. Oh, and 1 the count. They look back at second. Now they're going to come home with a pitch, and it's going to be a ball. So it's going to be 1 ball and 1 strike. Eli Laurent is on deck for Hopkinsville. Or Laurent, excuse me, Laurent. And this one's foul. One and 2 now the count. Here's the pitch, swing and a miss, strikes him out.
Oh.
So there's now 1 out, and the batter's going to be Eli Laurent, or Laurent. Laurent. He's walked twice And he lined out to right. And that screamer back in the,
That's right,
the
yeah.
sixth, right to the
right to him.
Right to the right fielder. Didn't have much height to it. Here's a ball as he was able to hold up on the swing.
See, now if it was a Fulton, he'd hit the wall and
Right.
bounce back.
It definitely would have hit the wall. Here's the pitch. And that's in there for a strike. 1-1 the count now. Dalen Hamilton is on deck. Here's a pitch. And that's in there for a strike. They are saying Weitzel, so that's what I'm going to say. They are his own teammates. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the inning. And the batter's going to be Dalen Hamilton. Dalen Hamilton.
Runner off second, 2 out. Here we go. Little base knock goes a long way.
They look back. Now they'll come home with the pitch. This is foul back. 0-1 now the count. Seven to 2, Hoptown on top. Swing and a miss. That's going to be 0-2. You know, when you look at the scoreboard out in center field, and after that top of the first, the Hoppers have really kept Madisonville in check. There was that one inning that he had, he had the bases loaded, and Gavin Powell was able to work it out, pitched it all out.
Sure did.
It's
I wish
a ball.
I could remember the odds. They've 2 or 3 times had a runner on third with one out.
Right.
And the odds are in your favor that runner's going to score if you only have one out.
Right.
And they have not.
Hoppers with a runner at second. The 1-2 pitch. And it's a ball. 2-2 the count now with 2 outs. He looks back, comes home. That's going to be high. Like a curveball that didn't. Yeah. Just stayed up, really up. 3-2 the count now. Weitzel. Here's the pitch. And it's high for a ball. So now the Hoppers have runners at first and second. And we're back to the top of the order, and Aiden Butts has really hit the ball hard tonight.
That he has. Officially, he's only 1 for 4, but
yeah, I mean, he's really made some good contact, especially that last at bat in the 6th. It was a good, really put the wood to that one. Here's the pitch outside. 1-0 the count with 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Oh, that one's high. That's going to advance the runners to second and third as it goes off the catcher's glove. Wild pitch. And now the Hoppers have runners at second and third.
second and third, 2 outs. Just need a little base hit.
And they'll be on the move on the contact, that's for sure, with 2 outs.
Yes, sir. Put the ball in play. You said that earlier. Just put
That's
the
right.
ball
Just
in
put
play.
it in play. Make them make a choice.
That's right. Make things happen.
Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-1 now the count.
Wish we could have seen his eyes. I bet they got real big there. The way he swung. That ball.
Right.
He was looking for it.
Low. Gets away from the catcher, but it stays in the dirt around home plate, so not a whole lot he can do. 3-1 now the count to Aiden Butts. Here's the pitch. Foul back. If this lead holds, Gavin Powell will get the win to even his record at 2-2.
Oh. Well, he deserves it. He pitched a good game.
He did. By my calculations, he would get the win. He left with the lead. Let's put it that way.
There you go.
And they got him looking a strike 3. So in the bottom of the 8th, no runs for the Hoppers. 1 hit, no errors, and 2 left on base. So we go to the top of the 9th. Madisonville down to their final 3 outs. As we check the Car Connection of Hopkinsville scoreboard, it's Hoptown 7, Madisonville 2. We're back after this. You're listening to Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Jenny Stewart.
We're going to see a bunch of the pinch hitters, I think.
Dealing with sinus or
There's
ear
Jan.
issues? Need an ear exam? The Jenny Stewart Ear, Nose, and Throat Team is here to help, serving both adults and kids. From hearing problems to head and neck concerns, we've got you covered. Visit JennyStewartHealth.org today for more information.
Jenny Stewart.
Number 3, Cliff Weisinger.
The Hoptown Hoppers and Sunflower make a great combination.
Number 6, the number 6 hitter, Wyatt Burris.
When he came with self-rising flour for baking biscuits and cakes. Self-rising cornmeal mix for great cornbread. Plus sunflower grits. See the Hoppers home games and see the Sunflower Twins. Sunflower self-rising flour, sunflower self-rising cornmeal mix, plus sunflower grits at your grocers and on your table. Sunflower for mighty fine baking every time.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Pinch hitter here to lead off the 9th. It's going to be Cliff Weisinger batting for Wyatt Burris. And that pitch to Weisinger is a strike. Swing and a miss. Yeah, I like your point. When the Hoppers are up by 5, and you can just rear back and just
let her go.
Give it all you got. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ball 1. Here's the pitch, and it's going to be foul and out of play.
1 for the Frogs.
Yep. 1-2 the count. Hoppers again back here tomorrow night. 6:30 is first pitch, full count rhythm. I'll be here. I assume John is coming back tomorrow night.
Plan to.
Okay, good.
You'll have me, I'll be here.
I'll have you. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That is 4 straight strikeouts, and he has struck out 5 of the 6 batters he's faced so far. 7 batters. That's 6, I'm sorry. 6 of the 7 batters he's faced to this point. I'd say that's a pretty good night.
That's a good night.
Yeah. Pitch is in there for a strike. Kind of slowed that one down a little bit. A little off speed there. Didn't have as much on it as some of his other pitches. Here's the pitch. And this is foul. Oh, that went right into the dugout.
There's a reason you wanted to stand behind that fence.
Oh, I know. But this was in the opening
Yeah.
at the fence. Yeah. 0-2 now the count. And here is the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. For strike 3. Had 7 strikeouts from the 8 batters he's faced.
Wow.
And this is going to be number 4. This is Pete Britton. Yeah, he's the scheduled batter, by the way. This is popped up. This could be the ball game.
Sure.
Third baseman in foul territory. Now gets into, nope, and it fell. It dropped in fair territory. That one kind of moved on him a little bit. And we'll see. And I guess that's going to be a base hit, too.
Mr. Hampton is an incoming freshman.
Okay.
From Corpus Christi.
Yeah.
I'm impressed. Young man can throw the ball.
Sure can. Dylan Toller is now the batter. Nope, yep, Dylan Toller, number 21.
So that means last month he was pitching high school.
That's right, yeah. And I'm sure very well.
I would think so.
If any indication of how he's pitching tonight, that he did in high school. One and 0 the count. Here's the pitch. And it's in there for a strike. Looks a little off speed there. 1-1.
Long time ago, we had a center fielder played for Ranger Junior College. And by the end of the year, he was the closer because it's like, why did you play center field?
Right.
I was the only guy that could throw from center to home.
Okay. Yeah. Ball. 2-1 now the count.
As a matter of fact, he happened to close one night when a fellow named Greg was here. And got an interest from him.
Right. Foul back. 2-2 now the count.
And I think 3 years later, the Dodgers drafted him.
Yeah.
On Maddox's recommendation.
Right, yeah. Wow.
Lost him, so I don't know where he went after that.
Right. 2-2 pitch. And up the middle, hits the mound, and it's going to be a base hit. That was just bad luck there. So now back to the top of the order, and Cooper Wright will be the batter. Yeah, that hit the mound and shot right up and went right between the second baseman and the shortstop.
All right, 2 on, 2 out. Just need one little out.
Runners at first and second now for Madisonville. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Looking in, taking a lot of time. Now he steps off. And time is called. The catcher wants to go out now. Issue with the signs, maybe?
With the signs. That'd be my guess.
or difference of opinion on the signs.
What's the sequence is going to be?
Yeah.
And then again, don't worry about it.
Right.
Just rear back and let her go.
That's right.
Give me 2 more.
0-1 the count. Runners at first and second for Madisonville. Hoptown on top 7-2. Ooh. And that's a ball.
He got it where he wanted it, though.
1-1 the count now. Looks back at second, comes home, and that's in there for a strike. So the Hoppers are an out away from their 8th win of the season. And will move ahead of Madisonville in the standings. Here's the pitch, and it's a foul.
Foul ball.
It's the loudest the fans have been tonight, to be honest. One, two the count with 2 outs. Hamilton. Pops it up. Who's got it? Short says, I got it. And he does make the play. And the Hoptown Hoppers win their 8th game of the season and their 2nd in a row as they defeat Madisonville here tonight by a final score of 7-2. We'll come back and wrap up our broadcast right after this timeout. You're listening to Hoptown Hopper Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
When it comes to powering your farm and fueling your success, Southern States has you covered. From high-quality seed, fertilizer, and crop protection to reliable fuel delivery and lubricants, they're your one-stop partner for productivity in the field and efficiency at the pump. Southern States is proud to serve the farming communities with expert service and trusted products. Visit your local Southern States store today with 3 locations to better serve you. 1106 West 15th Street, in 5475 Canton Pike in Hopkinsville, and 2829 Hopkinsville Road in Cadiz.
Hi, this is Connor Scheidt from IU Southeast. I'm excited to be in Hopkinsville as a member of the 2025 Hoptown Hoppers. Join me in thanking our season sponsors, Olivet Baptist Church, Charles Henderson State Farm Insurance, Jersey Mike's, Planners Bank, Pennyrile Electric, and Higgins Insurance. Go Hoppers.
This is Hoptown Hoppers Baseball on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com.
Welcome back to Colonel Field as Hoptown wins it tonight 7-2. The final game summary brought to you by Angie Graham with Dreamfield Lending. In the market for a new home, contact Angie Graham with Dreamfield Lending to discuss your borrowing options, including 0 down payment programs. 270-349-3124. NMLS 650794, an equal housing lender. Gavin Powell, good night for him. He pitched 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. He struck out 6, and he walked 1. And then Zach Hampton came in. He pitched 2 innings for the Hoppers. Actually, he would have pitched 3. Yeah. He would have pitched, 3 innings. My apologies there. 3 innings, 2 hits. Let's see here. No runs, none earned, 7 strikeouts, and no walks on the night for the Hoptown Hoppers. So a good night for him. And then, of course, hitting tonight for the Hoppers, you've got Aiden Butts. He had a double to kind of get the scoring started for the Hoppers. Also with a big hit tonight, Dom Bello with a home run. Owen Hutchison had a double tonight. Miles Denton had a base hit for the Hoppers, and Dalen Hamilton, had a base hit as well for Hoptown. The bright spot tonight for Madisonville was Nazir Bergen, who had a home run. That was a 2-run home run, and that was it for Madisonville on the night. They scored 2 in the top of the first and never scored again.
And I saw that stats say that was his first hit.
Right.
So
First hit was a home run.
Was a home run.
Yeah, exactly, right.
And
so,
it cleared the fence by a lot. It wasn't just a little sneak over.
Right, exactly.
And he hit the ball hard a couple other times
Right,
as well.
right, exactly, yeah. I was looking to get the line on the night, and I was trying to find it. I guess I can go back to the box score and find it there. Yeah, here's the line on the night. For Hoptown, they had 7 runs on 5 hits and no errors. Madisonville, 2 runs on 8 hits and 3 errors on the night. As your winning pitcher tonight for the Hoptown Hoppers was Gavin Powell, and taking the loss for Madisonville, let's see here, that would have been Ernesto Mendiodo, who took the loss tonight for Madisonville. As we'll get his numbers and tell you later on in the morning about his record. But nonetheless, actually he would fall to 0-2. Gavin Powell would improve to 2-2 on the season. Time for our player of the game, brought to you by Skyline Animal Clinic and Oak Grove Animal Hospital, who supports all the area schools, athletes, and students. Skyline Animal Clinic has been your source of veterinary care for small animals since 1956. Call them today for all of your pets' veterinary needs. I'm kind of torn here on a player of the game.
Well,
I think I'm going to, the pitching staff.
Correct.
With the 2 pitchers.
Correct.
But then you've also got the home run by Dom Bello, and you've got the double by Aiden Butts. And then you could just single out Zach Hampton with the 7 strikeouts is what he saw. So I guess all those names I mentioned are going to be our co-players of the game.
Co-players.
How's
okay,
that?
I didn't know we could go
co-players.
co-players.
Oh, yeah, we can go co. Yeah,
all right.
yeah, we can
if
go
you
co.
Co-players, then I'd go certainly go with the 2 pitchers.
Yeah, I would say the 2 pitchers tonight. And being able to, in this league, to just go with 2 pitchers is a big accomplishment. I mean, that's a good night. That's a good night.
I mean, together they struck out 13 and walked 1.
Right.
And then, Gavin pitched his way out of several jams.
Right. Yeah.
He had the opportunity to score. Madisonville had an opportunity to score several times on it.
Right.
And did not. But Zach Hampton came in, and I mean, he was shut down. Of course, having that 5-run lead makes a huge difference, and you can keep pounding the strike zone. But that was impressive.
Yeah, our players of the game brought to you by Skyline Animal Clinic and Oak Grove Animal Hospital, who supports all the area schools, athletes, and students. Skyline Animal Clinic has been your source of veterinary care for small animals since 1956. Call them today for all your pets' veterinary needs. John, as always, it was fun. I appreciate the help, and if you choose to come back tomorrow night, we'd love to have you.
I look forward to being here.
All right,
Thank
very
you
good,
much.
very good. First pitch scheduled for 6:30 tomorrow night. We'll be on the air with a pregame show at 6:15 right here on 95.3 The Farm and 953thefarm.com. Again, your final score tonight, it was Hoptown 7 and Madisonville 2. For John Bruce, I'm Jeff Sisk. Good night, everybody, from Colonel Field.